Hello my YouTube friends, this is Now Mechanic Kid, and today I'm working on a 2006 Dodge Caravan. And what I'm going to be doing today, I am going to be replacing the cooling temperature sensor. There's nothing wrong with this temperature sensor. What's really going on is that the wires from the cooling temperature sensors were chewed up by mouses. So like I'm going to be in there already, I might as well just replace this cooling temperature sensor. Some of the parts I am going to show you, you can skip them, but I am going to give you a great view on the cooling temperature sensor. What you're going to need for this job is you're going to need an 8mm socket, a 10mm socket, and also a 19mm socket. I'm going to show you, I'm going to get you closer to the front, show you what I'm going to be doing, and you can skip ahead on some of these parts. If you are going to be doing this job, please use safety. Use safety glasses, and also make sure that the car is cold. It is said in the manual to remove the cooling. I am not going to be removing the cooling. What I'm going to be doing is I am going to remove the temperature sensor, and then I'm going to be pulling it right back. Hopefully there won't be not that much spill. That's why I have a jug in the bottom. Also, please disconnect the negative cable from the battery. And our cooling temperature sensor is located behind all these wires. I don't know if you can see in the bottom the wire that has been chewed up, but I'm going to give you a great view on it. Like I said, some of these steps you can skip. I am going to remove these 8mm bolts from here, and I'm going to take the power steering and I'm going to move it, the power steering reservoir, and I am going to push it to the side. I'm also going to be removing the coil and also this metal piece. So now let's begin. The first thing, mark your spark plug wires. This is number 5, the one in this side. This is number 1. This is number 3. This one is number 6. This one is 4. And this one is 2. I already pre-took them out because I'm working with one hand. And all you have to do is just take your spark plug wires and just pull them. And once you pull them, push them to the side. And now, right under here, we have this wire harness. You see that red clip there? So it's usually in. So what you're going to do is you're going to push it that way. And once you push it that way, the lock is off. And all you have to do now is take the wire harness, press it here, and there it goes. You remove it. And right under that, I don't know if you can see where that wire is broken red. I think it's red and blue. That's where our oxygen sensor is located. I'm going to be removing these first. These are 8mm. And this one right here is a 10mm. Now behind here, I don't know if you can see it, but right here, let me just get a flashlight right quick. So we see that black things circle right there. Actually, right there, there's a 10mm nut that we have to cut from the back with a long extension, and we're not going to remove it. What we're going to do is we are going to loosen it in order to pick up our power steering reservoir. So let's see how this goes. Let's remove the screws out of here, and you need an 8mm socket. That's 2. Now we got to remove the one that's here, and we have to come from the back. To remove that bolt that's behind the power steering reservoir, you need the 10mm socket with the long extension. I'm going to be using a stubby ratchet. I'm going to try to give you the best view I can. And all we have to do is just come all the way from the back. And we have to find the bowl. Remember, I gave you the reference there. And all you have to do is just loosen it up. You don't have to remove it. Just loosen it up. And once you loosen it up, we can remove the power steering reservoir. And I also removed this clip out of here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it, pick it up, and move it to the side. And there it goes right there. There goes the nut. And this is where it slides on and off. So now what we got to do is push this to the side. Now that we have that in the side, we're going to remove the coil. And it's held on by two 10mm nuts. That one and that one. I'm going to remove spark plug wires. Now let's remove that one and that one. And that's a 10mm socket. On this side, I cannot use the impact gun. So I'm just going to use my little stubby ratchet. There it goes, number two. Now what we're going to do is pick up the coil pack. There it goes, it's removed. Now we're going to remove the plate the same way. Pick it up. And they're both out. Now we have a better view of this coolant temperature sensor. Let me get you closer. This is our coolant temperature sensor right here. This one right here, and you can see the wirings are all chewed up. So all we have to do now is remove this wire harness. This wire harness is all broken up. So usually it has a little red tab, and you got to remove the red tab, and then you press in and you push it out. As you can see, this whole thing is all broken. Makes me wonder if it was the mouse or somebody trying to remove this out. So here you go. There goes our coolant temperature sensor right there. And we're going to remove that with a 19mm deep socket. Like I said, I'm going to be trying to do it as fast as possible and connect the other one. Let's see how I do with one hand. Here go my 19mm deep socket with my 3/8 ratchet. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the back. Here we go. Loose too. It's gonna start leaking. Okay. Okay, here I go. Okay, let me put this one here, and hopefully I'm fast enough. Okay, I ain't do too bad. I ain't do too bad at all. Make sure it goes in straight. Okay, make sure you clean it up. Now let's take a 19mm socket with our wrench. Start tightening it up. When you feel it tight, you just want to go a little bit more. You don't want to strip this. That's it. Your wire harness is going to be in great shape. I'm waiting for mine, but I'll put everything back for you can know how to do it. And all you do is your wire harness will be there. All you do is connect it. Once you connect it, this one is not going to hold because it doesn't have the lock. You put the lock. Once you put the lock, you are set to go. Now the first thing we're going to put is we're going to put our plate, and our plate is going to go through these rods that are here. There goes two of them. It's going to go right in through there. So here goes our plate, and the metal rods that I show you, they're going to go in right through here. Don't forget that this, where the nut is at, goes in that side. And what we're going to do is pick up the power steering reservoir and put our plate in. There it goes. So they're both in. Now we have to take our coil pack. Don't forget the orientation it goes. Remember, 5, 1, and 3 go towards in. We're going to do the same thing. Those little metal rods, one is going to go in through here, and the other one is going to go in through over here. And all we have to do is just pick this up once again. Got to maneuver it. And there we go. You see how they went in? Now what we're going to do is we're going to put our nuts in. I already see I'm missing one screw from somewhere. I don't know where I'm missing it at. So it goes, one of them go in here. The other one is going to go in the back. We're going to take our little ratchet. I'm going to put this one in first. And just a little bit. Okay. That's out. We're going to use our stubby ratchet for this one. Okay. So our plate and our coil pack is in. Now right here in the power steering reservoir, this gap here goes where that nut is at. And all we're gonna do is, we're gonna push it in through there. Make sure it's nice and hooked here. We're gonna put our bolts back. And don't forget, that's 8 millimeters. And I cannot find the one from over here, the one that goes in this side, but I found something extra. Make sure you put that one back also. So let me get you closer. To show you what I have done so far. This is what I've done so far. I put these back. I lost this one, but I have something holding it. Also, I put this one back, and also the one that's down there back. Now we have to put the nut that we have to come from the back. So I'm gonna do it off camera. You should already know what to do. I didn't do it too tight. Now let's put this wire harness back, and it goes here. Now that the wire is back, let's start putting our coils in. Goes, okay, that's number 3. With number 5 goes here. Make sure you push them in. This is number 1 that goes in the middle. This one is number 3. Goes in here. Okay. 5, 1, and 3. Now over here is 2, 4. Now let's connect 6. And let's connect this wire that goes here. And that's it. And you have replaced your cooling temperature sensor on your 2006 Dodge Grand Caravan. So once again, this is Non-Mechanic. If you have any comments or questions, please post them down below. Or contact me on nonmechanic101@yahoo.com. That is nonmechanic101@yahoo.com. And remember, if Non-Mechanic can do it, you can do it. Later.